it finally happened. After 15 years, Mojang did the thing. Oh, hi everyone, Dewlan here, and welcome to Snapshot 25W20A. This one is a doozy. Oh, baby. After being in the game for so unbelievably long, being viewed as treasure, as loot, the saddle is now craftable. Here's the recipe. Just 3 leather and an iron ingot gets you the illustrious saddle. And now we are finally able to craft them. This is so long overdue. Now, I kind of assumed that this was coming after the harness was craftable and they changed the crafting recipe for the lead as well. But there's also some new changes to the way you can interact with saddles here. For example, you can now shear horse armor and saddles off of all different kinds of animals. This is also the case for llamas. You may recall that you can actually put carpets on llama, and now you can shear that off as well. Now, of course, there's a couple caveats to this. You cannot shear the saddle off of a Ravager. You cannot put shears in a dispenser and have it shear the saddle off like you can shear sheep, for example, from a dispenser. And the big one, this is a pretty cool one, you cannot shear armor or the saddle off of a horse if another player is riding it. So it's not like you can be griefed while riding your horse. Okay, wait, I just had a thought. You can't shear the saddles off of a Ravager. I assume you can shear them off a Strider. What happens if it is a naturally generating saddle in the Nether? Can I still shear it? You can! So you don't technically have to craft the saddle to get one. That's kind of cool. I actually think this is a really nice change. It adds in parity with the way wolf armor was already working and kind of makes everything fit a little bit better in the world. I was a little off with what I thought the crafting recipe would be. I kind of thought it would be something like this, but this is super nice. What do you think of the new crafting recipe? Let me know in those comments. Because saddles are now so easily accessible, they've actually updated the loot chests to now have leather instead of saddles available. So you won't be able to find them in any monster room, ancient city, desert pyramid, jungle pyramid, or stronghold chests. Although I do believe they're still available in fishing. What are you doing here? That's not where you're supposed to be. There's another one in the cave. What's going on here? What? Oh, they're everywhere. So yes, the panorama has officially been updated with the new happy ghasts everywhere. And I really do mean everywhere. Here's a fun new thing. You know the achievement, Return to Sender? Well, now you get a new music disc if you accomplish it. And first of all, it looks amazing. And give it a listen. What? That is awesome! That is Tears by the music composer Amos Roddy. And now that we're on to the music portions, Roddy's added a couple new beats to the game. Below and Above, Broken Clocks, Fireflies, Lily Pad, and O's Piano. Oh, the beautiful sounds of the Minecraft music. Now you can enjoy it for longer because it no longer pauses in the pause menu, and you can change the frequency in which you hear it. So if I want it all the time, now we can. On top of having constant music, you can now have a toast, which will display the current song playing in the top of the corner whenever the game is paused. And I think that's so good. You remember how foggy things were? Well, now they've reduced the amount of fog that rain and snow kind of give, which I know some people had an issue with. I kind of liked it. You can still see the fog in the back, but it's definitely a lot more subtle. And speaking of fog, it's now applied as a 3D HUD element, like the first person, hand, and the hotbar. Or excuse me, not the hotbar, the items in your hand. It's like a 3D element like that is. The dried ghast is just a little guy that when submerged in water will eventually grow up to be big and strong, but for some reason it would have popped off previously if it was hit by flowing water. Now that is no longer the case. It seems like the changes are just about done for this happy ghast drop for the springtime. What do you think of all of the changes in this version? Do you think it's enough to warrant a new update? Let me know in those comments. But thank you so much for watching this snapshot video. I love when they do changes to the music. The atmosphere is super cool. And of course, the dried ghast is going to be very exciting. So have a good one. For more snapshot updates, make sure to subscribe. And I'll see you later. Bye now. You can still see the fogginess over there, but it is significantly... whoa, okay, hello. Well, now I wish I wouldn't have messed up because that was crazy.